Labour people, we are so happy to have you here this evening. But you know, before we start, let us call on Mr. Lawrence to invoke God's blessings on tonight's proceedings. Mr. Lawrence.
Bless the Lord. Good night to everyone. Bless the Lord. Let us pray. Father and our God, we do thank you for a blessed day today. We thank you, God, that you're the God that make a difference in our lives. As we come tonight on this meeting, we thank you, God, for the team you have chosen on this side of the vineyard. We realize, God, you have put up kings and you take down kings. But God, you have chosen this group to make a difference in our country. I pray, my God, in the name of Jesus, that you will move upon their heart in such a way that the people of this country will have peace. The people of the country will have joy and goodness in their heart. I pray in the name of Jesus, Lord, they will not be complacent. They will not be lackadaisical. They will not get pride and arrogant in their life, but they will have peace, love, joy, and long suffering in their mind and in their soul that they can share with the people. Father, in the name of Jesus, I come against every spirit, my God, that try to undermine those, oh God, who try to make, oh God, confusion and make the party get. God is saying to the people of this country, you must trust his people he put in charge. Father, in the name of Jesus, one more time, we realize, God, these are the days that the enemy want to destroy St. Kitts. But in the name of Jesus, I pray, my God, you send a Jehu who will destroy Jezebel. You will send, my God, a Micah who will destroy all those spirits that try to destroy the children of Israel. We come against the spirit of Belshazzar. We come against the spirit of Nebuchadnezzar, who believe that the country belongs to them. But in the name of Jesus, we know that this country belongs to all of us. I pray, my God, for the team. My God, open their eyes that they may see the people's need. Open their ears that they may hear the cry of the people. Open their heart that they may feel the need of their people. I pray, my God, in the name of Jesus, whatever they put their hand to, it shall be blessed. My God, no longer your people in this country will have fear. No people in this country, my God, will live in fear and arrogance, but they will live in peace, joy. Father God, we realize these times, a tedious time. My God, things are so difficult these days. But in the name of Jesus, I pray, my God, the people will hold out with faith. Because faith in believing they shall have it. And my God, those who have not got any job, my God, open their eyes that they may see the need of the people that they need a job. Those who need, oh God, our family care. My God, show it to them. My God, these times, it's not time to get, oh God, cold feet, but it's time to get serious. Let them know, my God, they are called to serve, not to be for themselves, but for the people. Bless them tonight. Bless this meeting. My God, it shall be a meeting of a different. You are ordained from the throne of glory, and tonight you must accomplish. Bless them again, in Jesus' name.
And the church says, what a prayer. Labour massive! Labour massive! Yes, we're going to get into it now, but let's stand at attention where you are, and we'll wait for national anthem. Yes, please. Good evening once again, one and all. You miss labor? You miss labor? Well, labor miss you too. You miss me? You miss Samuel? You miss Dr. Jew? You miss Congress? You miss all the labor candidates? We miss you too. We miss you too. We are outside again. Before we start, I want to apologize for the senior minister who is not here with us this evening. He is away on government duties as usual. I want to also apologize for the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, who is also away on government duties. I will also like to apologize for Honorable Marsha Henderson, who can't make it this evening. And the real man, Leon Nathan-Nelson, he will be joining us a little later. So you ready? Comrades, you ready? You ready? Wow. It is so pleasing to be here with you once again this evening. We miss all of you. We miss all of these meetings. And so I want to say congratulations to the planning committee for once again planning a series of meetings that will be starting with this one this evening. Comrades, how is the country running right now? How is the country running right now? We going good? We going good? We going good? But we have a lot of work to do still. We still have a lot of work to do still. This is just 8 months, but just 8. But so far, so good. We are doing a wonderful job until now. But we have lots more work to do. Before I go further, I want to congratulate the Kawifta team once again. Give them a big round of applause. The Kawifta, at least, they went to Bahamas and they did us wonderfully well. I want to big up from right here in constituency number 4, Chesson Liber of the Virtuals High School, Michaela Gums, also of the Virtuals High School, and Tyra Clark, also of constituency number 4, Virtuals High School. Virtuals University. And once I'm here congratulating people, allow me to also congratulate the under-15 Leeward Islands cricket team who traveled to Antigua just last week and they came back here victorious. Give them a round of applause also. We are doing well so far. Permit me also to congratulate all of the high schools who participated in the just concluded Inter-High School Championship. But allow me to big up Charles E. Mill Secondary School. SP Ready Best Bay. But I want to remind you, remember Charles E. Mill Secondary School. It consists of Sandy Point, Newton Ground, St. Paul's, even Sadlers, even some persons from here in Halfway. So I just want you to know that. But SEMS, Charles E. Mills, is in Sandy Point. Permit me also to big up Dr. William Connor Primary School for winning the Inter-Primary School Championship also. We is going to win. That was the chant by Dr. William Connor Primary School. I want to big up the OR football team who is doing very well right now in the Premier League. Big up yourself, OR. We are in constituency number 4, so I must big up OR. And permit me to big up the sponsor who is right here sitting down with us here, Mr. Honorable Samuel Duggins. Give him a round of applause. We are in constituency number 4, and allow me to big up also Challengers KFC. FC Challengers United. Big them up also. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, the country is running very, very good. Only 8 months have passed, and the people are saying that the country is running good.
We know how we do it. Can't stop it. We know how we do it.
I want to tell you about a few events that has taken place since we are in government. In sports, let me let you know, just recently, the Leeward Islands cricket tournament was held right here in St. Kitts-Nevis. And so I want you to big up the sports department and the St. Kitts Cricket Association who organized that tournament. Coming up shortly, you will be having the Leeward Island Women Cricket Tournament right here in St. Kitts also. Then we will be having CPL that will be coming up just after the music festival right here in St. Kitts. The best music festival for years is going to be this one coming up. You all see the lineup? You all see the lineup? You all see the lineup? Who will be your favorite artist in this coming music festival? I hear some people talking about the big boy himself. Burna Boy, that's what they call him. Some persons are looking forward for him. But it is a ram-pack music festival. And for the 25th anniversary, Miss Marsha Henderson and the tourism department, they told us this is going to be the biggest, the brightest, and the best. The St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party and the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour government, we know what we're doing. Allow me to speak for a few minutes about some things that happen in my constituency, number 5. Because I am very, very proud up until this moment of some of the things that has taken place in constituency number 5. During the campaign before the last elections, I told you that one of my biggest objective is to make sure that the Poxon Hospital have 24/7 doctors around the clock. And I want to say to you this evening that presently we have 5 doctors at Poxon Hospital. 5 doctors. Promise given, promise made. We will keep our promise. But I want you to remember, everything will not happen in 8 months. Everything will not happen in 8 months. Give us a chance. Give us a chance. We are going to make you, not just you the supporters, but the entire Federation of St. Kitts-Nevis proud. Give your Labour government a big round of applause.
Nobody gonna slow us down. Nobody gonna break us down. Nobody gonna slow me down. No, no, I got to keep on moving.
You heard me talk about the farmers in Sandy Point, the farmers in constituency number 5. Just last week, I don't know how many of you follow my page, but just last week, I visited a few farms with these farmers, along with the permanent secretary of agriculture from right across here in constituency number 4. And we have said to the farmers that I met that we are going to make sure that every promise that were given by this Labour administration, we are going to make sure that all of them are kept. I want to say to you also, we told you about the sports academy that we will bring right here in the Federation of St. Kitts-Nevis. Just 2 weeks ago, I met with some Cubans. Some Cubans who told me that they were following our campaign. And now we are in government, they have their own plan. How they can help us to make the sports academy a reality. So just 2 weeks ago, myself and the director of sports, we met with them and they have given to us all of their plans. And so, very, very shortly, within our first 5 years, you will see the sports academy right here in the Federation of St. Kitts-Nevis, where people from all the neighboring islands can come over and be taught every single thing that they want to be taught inside of sports. Give your Labour government a round of applause. Only Labour can do that for you. In 8 months, we have delivered all of these things. And I want to say to you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis, a lot more is there to come. A lot more is there to come. Don't mind you hear them saying all sorts of things. Look at us. I never see a team more unified than this St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party team. They are saying all sorts of things. All sorts of things. But guess what? Don't take them on. Don't take them on. You get a government you deserve. You have a government you deserve. You have the best government you can always get right here in St. Kitts-Nevis. You have the best prime minister you could get right here in St. Kitts-Nevis. I want to say to you, when you hear all the chatter that they have here, there, and everywhere, they are not together, they are divided. Just pure talk. Just pure talk. Can we sing about that? Talk, 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 talk. You'll hear it every day. You will hear it every day. But I want to say to you that we are stronger than ever. We are more together even now because you have put us inside there to work for you. And we will work for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. I want to talk quickly about Jazara Claxton. Jazara Claxton is from my constituency. Jazara Claxton, she is multi-talented. Jazara Claxton was the very first woman or female cricketer to make the West Indies on the 20 team. I want you to give her a big round of applause. Jazara also traveled to Bahamas just recently with the Carifta team, and she did just very, very well. She missed out on a medal just by because she's going to get it the next time. Because she has 2 more years in that same category. She did us wonderfully well. I want you to give her a big round of applause. Jazara is not just a cricketer. She is not just an athlete, but she's also a footballer. She is also a footballer because she represented us right here in St. Kitts-Nevis with the under-20 females team. And I want to say to her, if she's here with me, to her family, that we, the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour government, we are going to make sure that we take care of you. We are going to make sure that you go to a higher heights, whether it is in cricket, football, athletics. It doesn't matter what sport it is, because that is what we are all about. To see you develop. Not just Jazara Claxton, but I want to talk about all the sportsmen in the Federation of St. Kitts-Nevis. As a matter of fact, a few athletes will be traveling tomorrow to Venezuela as a part of the Alba Games. Tomorrow, They will be traveling to Venezuela as a part of the Alba Games. The Alba Games are some games put together by Venezuela with all of the countries who are involved with Alba. And so we are going there to run in athletics. We are going there with a volleyball team. We are going there with a basketball team. This will last from the 18th until I think it's the 29th. So we will be having a team. And I want you to know that is what we are there for. We want to make sure that all sporting discipline right here in St. Kitts-Nevis, they are well taken care of. And talking about that, just the other day when we went to the airport to receive the athletics team, the president told us that next year, the Carifta will be taking place in Grenada. And I want to say to you, I want to say to my Minister of Sports, to our government, that we expect next year that we have a bigger contingent representing us. And very, very soon, we will be bidding to host Carifta. But to host Carifta here in St. Kitts-Nevis, we already went around and checked all of the facilities, including the main facility, which is the Kim Collins athletics track. And we are going to make sure that all of the renovation will take place, so that when we host, maybe the next 2 years or the next 3 years to come, that the Kim Collins Stadium is at first class level. So we have already planned for that. And I want you to know, I want all the athletes to know that very, very soon you will be enjoying, and not just a new brand turf, but the pavilion, bathroom, all over the Kim Collins Stadium will be fully renovated. Give your Labour government a round of applause. I'm not going to be too long. I'm just going to finish now. But I just want you to know that we miss you, our Labour supporters. We miss you. Did you miss us? We miss you. And that is why we are here outside again this evening. And so I want you to put your hands together for your Labour government as we bring forth the next speaker this evening. Help me to welcome to the stage from constituency number 3. From constituency number 3, the man for you in number 3, Honorable King Conwis Maynard.
Back again. Jump, 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 jump.
Long time, boy.
You wouldn't believe the amount of people who meet me on the street and say the same thing. That for years now they're anxiously waiting to hear a little something from the king. From little children to teacher, musician to blogger to Christian on Sunday morning. From Tivana to Julie, I t-shirt to Shari, me fans and pleading.
Everybody sing. Let me hear.
10,000 patients in St. Kitts-Nevis, can't be wrong. Can't waste no time, no hold. When we say that we want you, what? On the stage in song, you have the magic to make us jump again. And with all the stressing of the world, we need good music in we soul.
Everybody, let me hear you.
Any man for number 3, sing a song for me. Cause when you hit this stage, we'll be jumping up again. Bring back your melody to our whole and me. Cause you speak so tame, I'm gonna be jumping up again.
Comrades. Comrades of Labour. Comrades of Labour! It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we've been outside again. We are outside again. Comrades of Labour, citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, all a pleasant good evening to you, wherever you might be, whether here in Half the Tree or looking at us streaming on the internet. A pleasant good evening to you all. It is our pleasure, it is my pleasure to now be serving you as Honorable Conris Maynard, a Minister of Government in this country. And I want to take this opportunity to extend heartfelt thank you to all of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis who went to the polls and decided that we needed to change direction and put back the wheel of this country in the hands of a Labour Party administration. And so I want to thank you from every constituency, from constituency number 3, where they say I'm the man for them, to constituency number 2, and constituency number 1, number 8, number 7. Just by a little bit, just by a, imagine that, by a, number 6, number 5, by a, and right here in number 4, put your hands together for an astounding victory. The people spoke, and they spoke loudly. It was heard across the region, and it was heard across the world that the people of St. Kitts and Nevis were ready for a new direction. And I am so very proud to be a part of this amazing team. We spoke about it in the campaign, that we had everything we needed to form a complete government, to be able to deal with all issues that are before us. And not only do we have an outstanding team that you have helped to put together, but we have an outstanding leader who is moving us forward here in St. Kitts and Nevis. You know what they are saying around the Caribbean? We are getting messages that we want you, St. Kitts and Nevis, to lead, because we realize that you are a progressive government in this Caribbean region. I saw a message from a high official saying, you see it too? You see it too, boy? That we need St. Kitts and Nevis to lead. It was on an energy matter. They said, we believe that you will lead, and you can lead. You have heard us, we went to Parliament the other day to pass support for the Africa Export-Import Bank, because they have identified St. Kitts and Nevis as one of the leaders so that we can get new financing to be able to pursue projects that will improve the lives of every Kittitian and every Nevisian. There's the leadership here in St. Kitts and Nevis. They didn't see it before. They didn't see it over the last 7 years. In fact, when we go to important conferences around the world and forums where important and critical decisions are being made, they are saying, well, where were you guys? Where were you? Where have you been? I was in a very important conference halfway around the world, And the Secretary General of that particular institution sought us out to have a meeting with us to say, how is it that St. Kitts-Nevis is paying the dues to be part of this organization, but you're not showing up to get the rewards of that association? We have resources here to help you develop in this particular sector. It is in the digital transformation sector. And they're saying, well, where have you been? Where have you been? But thank God that the people of St. Kitts-Nevis were wise enough to make a change such that now we can access those resources and get the work going. And so the work has begun. The work has begun. But there's a big problem. When Labour left office in 2015, all kind of things was happening. You remember? All kind of things was happening. You had more developments than you could put on your finger, on your hands. You had all kind of things building. You had money stirring in the economy. You had investors bringing foreign direct investment into St. Kitts-Nevis. We were number one. We were the example of the Caribbean. And so when we left office, it was easy for our government to come in and just continue and ride out that train that was going full steam ahead. Everything was going. Our national debt was heading towards 60%. The employment levels were the highest they were in the Federation history. Foreign direct investment was the most ever. We had multiple luxury, high-end developments ongoing. And so the government was placed or came in with a silver plate with food on it. But as you know, a particular fellow just eat up all of that. Just eat up all of that. And so now when we have come back to government in 2022, nothing on the plate. No development. No investment. So we got to start from scratch. We have to now go back out and convince the world that we are now ready to do business again. Because they had abandoned us and they had left us. Many of them would tell you they could not have a meeting in St. Kitts-Nevis without having to be begged and cursed to get all kind of things. I don't know if Dr. Ju know this, but I was someplace and an investor reached out and said, it is such a pleasure. I think you guys must be in Dubai or something. You and the AG. And I got a report, I don't know if I did tell you, that it was such a pleasure to sit down and discuss with the government of St. Kitts-Nevis without anybody begging them. Without anybody begging them. The guy said, we appreciate that because you know how it used to be. And I kid you not, I tell you no lies. And so we have to start from scratch. When we look at energy, when I took over as the Minister of Energy, Skelec couldn't afford to lose one generator. If anything go wrong, the whole country out of current. Because for those 7 years, they refused to invest in any energy improvement. And so everything came to a head Just as we took office, they had one incident, had to force to go to load shedding immediately. But we're not out of the woods yet, because these things take a little time. But I'm proud to say that Skellig is now moving in the right direction. And your supply of electricity will only get better and better. We're going to have a little hiccup here and there because the investment was not made, but we are doing it now. Just last week, I think it was, I visited the plant. And we are about to get the services of an additional 6 megawatts of power. What does that mean? What does that mean? Right now we need, let's say, about 25 megawatts of power. Let's call it 24. So 6 megawatts is about 25% of the supply. And we are about to commission that fully at Skellig. What that means is that all the other generators that they have been running for 7 years, that couldn't get the maintenance that they needed, that couldn't get the servicing that they needed, we can now take out one, fix up that, put it back in, take out the next one, fix up that. Complete abandonment. When you look at water, you know how many complaints we have, and we ain't even start to really fix everything yet, and things don't look better. Just because somebody is now actually focusing on water. I am the first minister in ages to put on me boots and dirty me foot and me hand and climb the mountains to go and see where the workers have to trod every single day to make sure we have water. I can't be asking them to do that and me willing to go and do that. So I've gone and I've seen what it is they need. And I'm going to continue to be a champion for water. Because in this modern society, it is not why it's not good that we can't have 24-hour supply. But I guarantee you that it ain't going to take us 5 years to get back to 27-hour supply of water. We're working, and you could feel it. You could feel it. You could feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And so we're making the necessary investments in water all across this country so that you can get more water supply. But I want to make sure that we understand that we all have a role to play. I want you to conserve water because a lot of people did not know that our water supplies were so low. They never explained to you what was going on. Right now, if we continue to pump our aquifers like we're doing, we will lose them for 30 years. If we continue to do that, we don't care for the future, it will be 30 years before we could use the aquifer again. That is because, as you know, well, I don't know if you know, but our aquifers that are underground, they're also surrounded by the seawater. And if you remove the water out of too much water out of the aquifer, something got to replace it. So if you remove too much, the salt water will come in. And if it starts to commingle too much with a little bit of fresh water that there, for instance, imagine you have a glass of water, and to the bottom of it, you have a little bit of salt water. Now, salt water is heavier than fresh water. So the salt water will stay to the bottom and the fresh water on top. As you pull out the fresh water, right? And the fresh water now reach close to the salt water. If it is that salt water now start to mix with the remainder of that fresh water. Even if you add more fresh water to it, the whole water now going to be salty. And that is what can happen in our aquifer. So that even if it goes low, when it goes low, and we have this salt water intrusion, even if we add water for 10 years, because it's mixing up all the time, it's going to need generations for that salt to separate out of the fresh water. So I want to implore you to conserve water at home. Do it as a practice. Check your toilet. If when you're done flush it and you're looking and you're seeing a little drop, it's hundreds of gallons that be. If everybody losing 100 gallons in St. Kitts, it's 20,000 times 100 gallons. When you are washing your car and you have to rinse it off, you rinse it off and you turn off the hose. You use a bucket to wash the car. When you go in the bath, if you like to take long baths, man, just take off a little 5 minutes. It's going to save tremendous amount of water. It's 7 million gallons of water we need a day, You know that? 7 million gallons of water we need in St. Kitts a day. 7 million. So I know sometimes people will say, man, Congress, why I don't build? I see water running down the road and so why you don't build some storage? Build a lot of storage. But let's say we had a load of money. And we were able to build 14 million gallons worth of storage. Right now, we have about 7.5 million gallons of storage. But if we were to build an additional 14 million, which can cost millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Even, you remember the other day, we had this big shower rain 2 weeks ago or so, where it was just raining all day. I think it was a Thursday. If we were able to catch all that water, and direct it into those 14 million gallon tanks, how much days that would last? Work it out. Remember I tell you, it's 7 million gallons we need a day. We build 14 million gallons worth of storage. And you full them up. How much days it will take you? 2 days. 2 days. So the answer is not more storage. The answer is more water. We have to get more water every single day. And so we are working to supply water for you to have a supply every single day. That is why we have to turn to more well drilling, because some wells giving us hundreds of thousands of gallons every day. And also desalination, where we could get millions of gallons of water per day. But we're working on it. We're working for you. And we are now focused on ensuring that water is improved here in St. Kitts-Nevis. In fact, we had a discussion of how significant we think water is. Right now, my ministry is called Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Energy and Utilities. But the cabinet was discussing to say maybe it's time that we call it Public Infrastructure, Energy and Water, to show how our significance or the significance that we have placed on water. Because when the world hear that we have a ministry of water, they will engage us because we have put it at the forefront of our ministries. Comrades, in constituency number 3, the work has begun. One of the most prominent promises I made on this platform was that when we get into office, the people of Lagreet will get their land free of cost. Free of cost. If you go up by Lagreet now, we're pushing off to make roads and all kind of things. We have met with them and we have given them the commitment that we will fulfill that. And very shortly, they will have their titles in their names free of cost. We're starting to pave roads now. We started last year, but because, again, they had abandoned everything in this country, the asphalt plant was on the brink of disaster. We had to shut it down. We had to spend some money and we had to fix it up. And thank God right now, it is fixed up. So now we gone back to paving. Honorable Marshal couldn't make it tonight. Spot Street is starting on Sunday. Spot Street is starting on Sunday. Then we're going to finish Market Street. And since I do number 2 first, Lord, I'm going number 3 next. Number 3 will be next. Dr. Joe coming up by you soon. And I know Jeffrey want me number 1. I helping Samuel right now in number 4 in Stone Fort. Road being built right now. I'm coming down to number 5. I have you there too. I'm going over to number 7. Right? Who am I missing? Number 6. I'm going to number 6 too. So Dr. Joe, you see how much place I got to go? I just need a little more money. I just need a little more money.
Well. What fun trouble in the place?
By the time the next election come around, nobody gonna be talking about no road. They gonna be talking about no road. They ain't gonna have a thing to talk about. They ain't gonna have a thing to talk about. So we're moving forward on that. And we're going to continue to improve the services of the Public Works Department and the Water Department. Tonight, right now, if you take out your phone and call 465-8000, there's somebody there to answer your call about water. For the first time in our history, we have instituted a 24-hour, 7 days a week hotline for water in this country. So if you see a leak anywhere, call 465-8000. Tell them where it is. And they're going to send out a team to fix it. Not tomorrow, you know. Tonight. 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 You calling it? Somebody gonna answer just now, man. Yes. He check. But don't call unless it's an emergency for you, you know. Don't bother go plug up the line. 465-8000. Comrades, citizens of St. Kitts, we are working right now. We are going to be transforming St. Kitts and Nevis into a digital economy. We are in discussions right now to finalize the deal to start a transformation unit, a digital transformation unit. When I traveled the other day to Spain for a conference on digital transformation, Trinidad and others have already gone ahead of us and they have the units. In fact, they have invited me to come down for a seminar that they're having shortly. I have to find out if our schedules will permit. But we are going to be doing that here in St. Kitts so that you one day, very soon, you will have your own digital ID. You'll be able to transact all your government business on your phone or on the internet or by a computer in a community center. We will transform the digital landscape of St. Kitts and Nevis, and we're getting there. Same thing with the post. Me and the Prime Minister already had the conversation about transforming our national addressing system, where we no longer have to say we're having a public meeting in half a tree. When you reach by the gut, take a right. Then when you see the right, there's a blue car on the left. Turn across the road after that. Drive across, you're going to see a shop. That's where the meeting be. Instead, we're going to say that the meeting is at number 3, whatever this road will name, in half a tree. This road got a name yet? So we're going to do all of that. We're going to come to the communities and we're going to name the roads, name the streets after prominent people or prominent things in those areas so that everybody will have a physical address here in St. Kitts and Nevis. These are the things that we're working on. Comrades, the government work has begun. But, as Kenny said, as the ambassador said, because people were strangling for 7 years, they were hoping everything would be done in 7 months. But it can't happen so. It can't happen so. But we are working and we are going to get there. And we are going to get there much faster than they could have ever gotten there. Because in my ministries alone, I have done more work in 7 months than they did in 7 years. Look, and the same thing, yes, may not forget your minister, because Shane here tonight. Yes, Honorable Marshall as well, has done more work in the 7 months than all of them do in 7 years. There are some big announcements coming, so may want to, I don't know if she announced all of them yet. But we don't bring inter-Caribbean, but other things, I got to leave that for Marshall. I got to leave that for the Honorable Minister. All across the government, we are doing things in the right way to make sure that they will last for a long time. Comrades, as we move into Labor Day, I really want to thank you again for giving us this opportunity to serve. And with your support, we can now start to address the needs of workers in this country. And that is going to be very important as to why we have to go out on Labor Day and march in solidarity of our workers. Because for the first time in a long time, we will be focused on improving their livelihoods. It was a Labor administration that last increased the minimum wage. Well, who you think gonna do it again? Who you think gonna do it again? Who you think gonna do it again? Labor. But I can't bring too much news, Lord. It's just hot when you got the information, you know. Because we got such a sweet cabinet. So much information there, but you see, we got to make sure we do it right and something. I got to leave that for the Prime Minister to say when he's ready as to some of the things that are coming your way. But so on Labor Day, I'm inviting all workers to come out in solidarity with the St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party government and the workers of this country as we move to better your lives here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Before I close, I just wanted to give congratulations to Dr. William Connor Primary School, Champsville. I know some people trying to say, we let a few people get a little points in the football and they feel a little thing, you know, like number 4. Who is number 4? We get a little something, you know. We want to, you see, in number 3 we're about sharing. We just share every now and then. We share, so we just sharing some wins, right? But we're coming back for them. But I want to give congratulations to Dr. William Connor School for for the historic 4th victory in the inter-primary school championships. The only primary school to have done that in St. Kitts and Nevis. You say, go, 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 go. What a superstar. And I want all of you to send her birthday greetings. Her birthday is coming up on April 25th. Yes, April 25th, the superstar from Dr. William Connor, who declared that we is going to win. Her birthday is April 25th. And I'm so sorry because I have to travel next week for a very important OECS meeting and energy conference, which is being held in Miami. And so I'm not going to be here, but I'm going to send my best wishes. So I want to give congratulations to Dr. William Connor Primary School. And I also want to extend congratulations to the contestant from number 3 on winning this year's Miss Labour pageant. Junicia Williams, the Queen. What happened? The date ain't come yet. Lord, I'm ahead of myself. But I want to wish all the young ladies for Miss Labour all the best as we go into the Labour weekend. But it looks like number 3 again. Looks like number 3 again. And so, Comrades, citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving us this opportunity to serve you. We will continue to serve you. We will continue to be transparent with you about what we're doing in the government. Sometimes everything might not seem like what it is at the moment, but we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. And you're going to see it all come together for the benefit of you, your family, your children, this country. And so thank you. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you. See you on Labor Day. Love you.
Give Conway the man for number 3 another round of applause. He did an excellent job, right? But I want number 5 to tell him that he will come a very close second in the Queen Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we must celebrate our athletes. And just now when I was here first, I talked about the Kawifta athletes. But I just want to mention 3 of them. Miss Deschanel Thomas, who won bronze medal at the Kawifta Games. Give her a round of applause. I want to also mention Jalen Bennett. He won silver medal in Bahamas. And Akanye Samuel Francis, he brought home gold for us. Give him a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we started late, so let's keep on going. And help me to bring to the podium Leon Natta Nelson from number 7.
Gone again, I would say, those, not how we choose. Then I got the heart like we. Not a work hard since 2003. You don't know nothing about we boy. Stop we Labour Party boy. You don't know nothing about we. Them no nothing about we. Then I got the heart like we. Not a work hard since 2003.
Well, comrades. Hey, a long time I hear the song there, boy. DJ, give me that there again, buddy. I feel good. Long time I hear the song there. Hey!
What fun trouble in the place? Is dead, labor again. Man, I got them going by deep breath. Man, they breaking a sweat. Hear them.
Comrades of labor! Lord of mercy. Number 4! You alright? But a long time I do this, boy. Number 7 outside there too. Well. Look pan trouble in the land. This feels like deja vu. You know, it's last April, you know, when I come home and I join in. And then like Jumbi I say in May, 6 of them drop down. And then a couple months later, in August, we bang them already and we bang them again. Boy, I tell you, it feel good. It did feel good. But me coming up again. And so we are here with you, the good people of number 4 and the good people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Comrades, when I come across you just now, I hear Conwis. I say, boy, I feel good. Conwis is working. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis, this Labour government is working. Don't care what nobody say, this government is working. I'm a little tired because I had some constituency matters to deal with. That won't be long. A little tired. I had large forces mulling you. That is a big thing. That is a big thing. And I had to go keep to, you know. And I win a game too. Well, let me check something. I see the PM. The PM right here. You just see the member from number 3. So you know what that means? Nobody resign. Nobody resign. Labor still good. Nobody a turn away from Harvey. Just study them. We still here. We still labor. And we working. In a short space of time, we do a whole heap of things. We open up the economy. The taxi man them smiling right now. Every day they go in bank. How everything good? Eh? The hotel them got in people. People can work to do. No study them.
We know how we do it. Can't stop it. We know how we do it.
When we went in office, we met one airline up there. That's American. Now we got plenty. By the time next week come out here, more airline coming to St. Kitts. You try to book a flight right now, everything booked, coming in and going out. Charters don't want to come to St. Kitts. The place running good. PM, you're doing good. No study them. We meet water problem. We can't fixing it. We meet current problem. We can't fixing it. 20 million gone. Well, PM gonna fix it. In a short space of time, look how the Honorable Samuel Dawkins just fixed up the carnival. Wonderland. Everybody enjoy themselves. People make money again. Give credit to the Prime Minister on the campaign. He said, let me tell you something. I'm going to give you something off the CBI. I'm going to give you some CBI dividend. But let me give you so we're going to. So sometime in December, he said, man, not to come, let me talk, man. I got something for you, but I just can't give you one. I got to give everybody. I said, when you don't give them? He said, on the 15th, but you know, that's me. But they said, that's why you're giving them. So on the 15th every year, I look for something. Once you good, you're getting something on the 15th. So that's me gift to all you. And me birthday every year. Dr. Joe, if you jump on a Saturday, one on a Saturday too, you know. You hear PM? And the baklava? Okay. That sounds good. So, comrades, I want to say to you, there's much more to come. There are some people on the side, you know, they're making trouble. They're planning all kind of things. Somebody tell me today they're planning a peaceful assembly. About what? Since this Prime Minister have taken over, listen to me. He said, we're going to build a brand new Basia High School. He said, we're going to build a brand new hospital. I am telling you, like I was telling you in 2020, we're going to build house in Galore. It's billions of dollars you put into construction. And so the economy can move again. So what noise they keeping? What noise they keeping? But why we supposed to talk about labor there? Because they're going to get heated tonight. And we got plenty of water, right? Thanks to the minister. Comrades, things can only get better in this country. Under labor, things can only get better. Can we say you ain't going to be perfect? And that is true. But you're going to be better than the last 7. You're going to be way better. So look forward to things that are going to come. Opportunities are going to reach each and every household in this country. You can hold us accountable for that. We don't start to deliver. Labor Day is fast approaching. Labor Day is fast approaching. And as Conway mentioned, you can look forward to a minimum wage increase again in this federation. But I promise the civil service something. Dr. Joe, remember, we got to ease the squeeze, Prime Minister. We got to ease the squeeze so civil servants are going to come too. Soon and very soon, you will be paid twice per month. We're going to deliver. We will deliver. And somebody tell me the other day, buy like the AG. AG going fast. We're putting them in the books one time. See how fast we go in Parliament? Since between 2020 and 2022, before the call election, only one time they call Parliament. That's to fire people. And we call Parliament to hire people. Eh? The Labour doing good. Don't worry about the load of noise they're making. You feel good? Good. Comrades, I like when people express themselves. So on Labor Day, I ask you to come out in solidarity with the workers and express yourself. If you feel good, say you feel good. If you got things to look for, express it on your backyard that you feel good under Labor and you're sure that your future is better with Labor. I thought you didn't know, but I got to go still. Feel bad, feel great. So comrades, people of St. Kitts-Nevis, people of number 4, I ask you to continue to give your support to Honorable Samuel Duggins. He's working. I ask you to give your support in number 2 to Honorable Marsha Henderson. She has done a wonderful job in 6 or 7 months since this government has been installed. How money I make now? People go count for money now. Not like I last 7 years. You understand? We are doing good. Education is on the rise. And working together with Jeffrey and NLC, we are going to provide proper homes, affordable homes for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. We're working, man. So feel good. Look forward to tomorrow and the next day. But come out on Labor Day and show your support to all the workers across St. Kitts-Nevis, standing in solidarity for the rights of the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. Thank you. God bless you. Love you. Good night.
Gone again. I would say those. Not how we choose. Then I got the heart like we. Not a work hard since 2003. You don't know nothing about we buy. Stop the Labour Party buy. You don't know nothing about we. Them nothing about we.
Put your hands together for Leon Natta Nelson. You want to hear him again? You want to hear him again? Boy, he was hot. I just want to remind you, tomorrow, 21st April, we are on the block in Bastille. On the 20th of April, Miss Labour mini motorcade through the streets of Bastille. On the 29th, Congress, number 5 contestant will be taken home. First place. On the 30th, we have wheat laying ceremony. The 1st of May, you know, that's the big day, Labor Day parade. The 20th to the 21st, conference. And then on the 28th, we have the Requiem Mass. Just to give you a few details. Let's move forward and help me to welcome Darian Vera as he comes to the mic to introduce the Honorable Samuel Duggins.
Good night, comrades. Better with? Better with? Better with Samuel. Comrades, This is the place where we ended nepotism and corruption. The first box was called out where? We went out and we voted for a young man that delivers, a young man that was working long before he became the representative for number 4. Offering scholarships to our young students. What else you want? All before he was the elected representative, he was working. A man, where we had a town hall last night, and I'm going to coin the saying, the delivery man. Somebody said the delivery man, not the promise man who said they're going to do this and they're going to do that. The delivery man, Samal. They said they wanted the road constructed in Stonefort Heights. He said, no problem, I'll get it done. And it's being done. Samal, the delivery man. Agriculture, we're going to have an agriculture revolution right here in St. Kitts. Food security, we would never worry about food again. After we got those greenhouses planted, constructed in the Federation, food security, no problem. You got a small business plan, come to Samal. He will help you with the plans and implementing it. So help me welcome the man that I elected. You elected Samal Duggins.
Samal. Red and red, red and red. Been at the top so long, them want you fall off. Them still enjoy my name, they want to scratch off. Samal Duggins we a vote for. Can't lose in another way you ban for. I'ma try to pull you down, but Samal Duggins get
yeah.
When you didn't lose, everybody you laugh at. When you fish, I go tell them say you're faster. Unstoppable. Who don't see we are flappable? You want to say we now make it well a hoko. I've been through the fire and flames and Samal been
Unstoppable comrades of labor.
Labor people I get a door.
Unstoppable labor women. Unstoppable labor youth. Let me hear you roar. Unstoppable number 4. We still roaring all the way. It has been a
friends and neighbors. We voted for Samal and Labour. From challenge just down to New Guinea. We voting for the Labour Party. Them other man got to go. We can't take it on no more. When you come to number 4.
number 4. Red and ready all the time. Number 4. You elected me last August. And when I was looking at the coverage and I saw the first box come in, I said, election over. I said, election done. Government change. And when we were deciding we had to put the first meeting, I said we had to go right back down there where the first box come in so we could say thank you to the people for changing the government. Attitude of gratitude. Halfway through, I want to believe this is the first time you have ever come out and voted and elected a Labour candidate. And halfway through, you know by now that this time that you did that is the best time you'll ever have on any government. You know you elected a man that is always going to be with you and among you and for you. You elected a man that is never going to turn his back and neglect you. And you know that. Darian, thank you for a wonderful introduction. A son of the soil from Half a Tree. Last night we had a town hall meeting in Challengers. And Darian talked about it. I was very surprised. This man who said to me before, he said, Samuel, I'm a big pan man. I can't tell you no lie, may vote for you. Last night he stand up in the meeting and he said, boy, I can't tell no lie. I come to you on a couple of things and you deliver on all of them. I got to call you the delivery man. I got to call you the delivery man. All the time. All the time. And I want to say to the people of this country and the people of Constituency 4 that we are here to deliver for you always. I want to say to you that ain't no time that I will ever turn my back on the people of this country. I always remain connected to the people of this country. Right after the election, right out the gates, I was round and round canvassing saying thank you for your support. Went back to each house saying thank you for your support. And then we went into independence and all the activities. And right after independence, I was back here doing one-on-ones right after that every week. Right after that. And then I went into carnival and put on the biggest carnival the country ever see. And then I come back and right back in the community again. Delivering all the time. Delivering all the time. And I want to say to the people of Half a Tree, when you tell me you wanted a new representative, and you told me about all the concerns that you had, I didn't take it lightly. So when you say you wanted your playing field upgraded and you wanted to be able to put a football team in the league, I didn't take it lightly. And so when the Prime Minister said, Samuel, you are the Minister of Sports, I said, okay, Half a Tree. Playing field ready. And guess what? All them benches that are breaking down up there, we done order them already, ready for them to land, and work starts. Deliver again. The lighting that you can't get to play no games in the night because only 1 and 2 light working, guess what? More lights coming, work start, deliver again. Delivery man. Half a Tree, I have not neglected you. Can we talk about the road in Challengers? Challengers say they wanted the road. Challengers get a road. You know what another man say? Say, boy, in 2004, in 2000 this, I say all these things. He said, but Samuel, I tell you, and in 7 months, road deliver, but you got to be the best. You got to be the best. But I want to say, it's not just about Samuel. Because the man for number 3, when we went in August, I said, the first thing when you're doing anything in the world, make sure challenges get started. The man deliver. The man deliver. The man deliver. When I said to the PM, my constituency is a unique constituency. They got certain needs, and I want a certain, leverage with certain things. The PM said, Samuel, I have to consider. And when he said, okay, Samuel, I'm going to give you agriculture, I said, yes, PM, because my people are farmers and fishermen. When he said, Samuel, I'm going to give you sports, I said, yes, PM, because we are sports people. When the PM said, Samuel, small business, we're going to create a ministry and we're going to give it to you. I said, but yes, PM, you know the people of Constituency 4. Give the PM a round of applause. We have a great Prime Minister. And we have a wonderful team of ministers and an exceptional cabinet all the way across. People, none can test. When you hear the A team, that ain't even just in St. Kitts. I remember going on my third day in office, the PM called me. PM said, Samuel, I need you to go to Trinidad to represent us on this trip. It's a heads of government trip, but I need you to go and represent us. I looking at the PM like, but I just get sworn in 2 days ago. When I got down to Trinidad and I am in the room, I remember distinctly being there with the leaders, and then Mia Motley stepped in. And Mia Motley, you know, she is Mia, you know, Mia. And everybody's greeting Mia, and I step over and I'm like, hi, Mia, Samuel Duggan, St. Kitts. She turned around, I know you. I followed your campaign. I said, what? The A-team again. Across the region, they recognize the A-team. And Congress and the other ministers already made it clear how they feel about the A-team. Welcome back to the forefront. Welcome back to economic development. Welcome back to lead in the Caribbean again. Commitment made, commitment kept. In the campaign, we said we're going to put St. Kitts back to #1. Commitment made, commitment kept. And so, when I took on the mantle of agriculture, I took on the mantle to transform the agricultural industry in this federation. And I am happy to say that we are about to launch our greenhouse village concept. I am happy to say that we are about to launch our concept for managing the monkeys and the other feral animals. And I am happy to say that in all projected numbers, agriculture is about to move from 1% of our GDP right now to feeding the entire Eastern Caribbean under your A-team government. A-team to work. The company just called me today and said, Samuel, your greenhouses should be landing on Thursday. Delivery man. In all road, the fishery down for how much years now can't get ice? I am happy to note that they had a 7-month turnaround coming out of Japan for the pass for their fisheries, and they're landing in June. Delivery man. As of June, all road fisheries up and running again. And we wait for the ice machine to fix. We done fix up and paint up. It's a whole welcoming ceremony we're going to go for the bats. Delivery man. Our fishermen, our farmers, you have somebody committed to work for you. But let's talk about our people in this country. And I want to focus on the people in number 4. Number 4, when last you had any major civil service appointment from this constituency? Think about it. 2020, government was in none. 2015, government was in none. But I am happy to tell you, number 4, that I am here now for 8 months. And when you had no major civil service appointment, you now have permanent secretary in agriculture, permanent secretary in small business, director of sports, and special advisors, all within 7 months, after 7 years with nothing. 7 years with nothing, and 7 months, 7 months we load you up. Boy, I feel like I'm working harder than they're working 7 years in 7 months. Eh? 7 months, then load you up. People empowerment. And not only that, Not only that, you know, the youngest and the brightest permanent secretaries. Number 4. Number 4. And the best director of sports, number 4. But this is what we talk about, empowering our people. 7 years, none. 7 months. Boom, boom, bap. Just so. Number 4, delivery man on the platform. Number 4, in the last 7 months, nearly 100 people got hired from within this constituency. Nearly 100 people got hired within this constituency. Matter of fact, I'm not even just talking about government. You send me a resume, I call in the hotel them, I call in this place, I call in that place. Do you have any jobs for my people? Delivery man. Boy, delivering. And I love to yeah. St. Kitts-Nevis, I love working for you. I love working for you. And that's why when we had to launch the idea of a creative economy, I pulled some of the best people together because I know what it is we have as far as entertainers. I know what it is we have as far as our cultural practitioners. But I recognize the limitation. You know why? Because I'm one too. And when we were campaigning, we said, we know what we're doing because, yes, we've been there. We got the experience. Okay then. All right. And so, as we now prepare for the launch of the creative economy within a few weeks, we are saying to our people, for the first time, you're going to see a real change in our entertainers becoming economically viable. For the first time in the country's history, we have Mr. Corvin Benjamin, an entertainer. What you call him? He is Your Excellency, Ambassador Corvin Benjamin. Comrades, we have I'm going to leave that one there. I'm going to leave that one there. Yes, I want to be a surprise. I'll leave that one there. But let us just say that our creatives are now getting opportunities that they never, ever, ever had before. It's definitely better with labor. You cannot change that. Comrades, how you feeling? We outside again. We roaring again. We roaring again. We roaring again. Comrades, we permit done 12 o'clock. So it ain't gonna be too long. But I want to talk to number 4. Again. Because I hear the people crying for homes. I hear number 4 crying for houses. I hear you crying, you want somewhere to live. Well, I want to say he's not here with us tonight. But thanks to the man in number 1, the shepherd, who's at work for the people of this country. 600 families by the end of 2023 will be shaking their keys and saying, thank you for my home. Thank you for my home. Thank you for my home.
Ready,
And comrades that ain't it. At the end of 24, it got me 600 more. Comrades, your government is at work. The noise that you're hearing is because your government is at work and they're trying to distract you from the work that is going on. And we're doing good. I feel we're doing so good, people think we're in there for 7 years and it's just 7 months. Everybody think we're here for 7 years and it's only 7 months. Imagine. We didn't get to celebrate 1 year yet and look at all the work they done do. Water fix, current fix, housing fix, agriculture fix, road fix, everything fix. Boy, like where I was and the person said, what? Oh, this is like fix it Jesus. We fixing everything. Comrades, I am happy to be at your service. I am happy to work for you. You elected me, and I committed myself, and I remain committed. When I wake up in the morning, sometimes it is even hard to spend a little time cuddling with my wife. But I still make some time. So we know we got to value every moment. Because right after the cuddle, I got to go out and work hard for the people. And then right back to cuddling again. But comrades, it's really been a joy and a pleasure being here. But I always perform. The delivery man. Always. And so, comrades, as you can see, we're starting again by making sure that our people can come together and feel that labor energy. And tonight I feel the energy in the crowd. I feel our people getting back that spirit that is really within us and getting ready to be pumped up again. And so we don't want to lose that spirit. And I was talking to the PM in the back while the honorable member for number 3 was on the mic. And you know what the PM said? We ain't coming off the road again. We ain't coming off the road again.
Outside again. In the middle of the street where the girl them a go find me. Outside again.
But comrades, as I wrap up, I must know a few things. There's one new big team in the park. And I must big up the new big team in the park. There's one. The member from number 3 say they like to share. We sharing right now too. A lot of licks. We sharing a lot of licks. And that's what we sharing right now. And so, comrades, I invite you to participate in all the sporting endeavors, and as Minister of Sports, I'm honored. And comrades, as a Minister of Agriculture, I want to send a special invitation to you next week, Thursday and Friday, to come out to the Agricultural Fair, where you're going to see a phenomenal display of where we're going in agriculture. You're going to see the future of St. Kitts-Nevis as far as agriculture, and I must say the future of the region, because we will be leading agriculture in the region. So come on out next week, Thursday, and next week, Friday, right there on the Kim Collins Highway, and enjoy what we will be displaying for you. Comrades, I love you. Comrades, I love working for you. And that's why today, 420. Today, 420. The day when cannabis is globally celebrated, I stand as the minister officially launching the cannabis industry in St. Kitts-Nevis. (2015) election, you hear, we will launch a cannabis industry. Nothing. 2020, you hear, we will launch a cannabis industry. Nothing. 2022, we told you we're going to launch a cannabis industry, and by 2023, it is a special delivery from the delivery man. I want to say thank you to the Honorable AG for his work on the legislation. That deserves a wow for the AG. I want to say thank you to the A team for their hard work in supporting me in everything that I am doing. Can I get a wow for the A team? Comrades, I want to say thanks to you for all the work in supporting the work that we do. Can I get a wow for my people? Can I get a wow for the comrades? And so I say, unstoppable labor comrades, I love you, thank you, and good night. God bless you.
Tell all your friends and neighbors, we voted for Samal and Labour. From challengers down to New Guinea, we voting for the Labour Party. Tell Madam man got to go. We can't take it on no more. When you come road to number 4. Red and ready. Jump, red and ready. Wait, red and ready. Red and ready. Stop the just say ready. Jump, red and ready. Wait, red and ready. Red and ready. I think Samal done. Let me hear you roar. In number 4. In number 4. In challengers. In number 3. Middle Island. Lambert. Jump.
Put your hands together once again for the delivery man, Honorable Samal Duggins. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard it from constituency number 3. You have heard it from constituency number 4, number 5, and number 7. You have heard that in very short order, we will be delivering 600 homes, better roads, and a more secure community, better with labor. Just a few reminders. On the 23rd, you asked for a meeting, more meetings for you. The next meeting will be this coming Sunday, the 28th, at St. Peter's, right next to the constituency office in Douglas's. On Thursday, 27th, we are in constituency number 6, St. Paul's, right on the main road. On Sunday, April 30th, Bastille, 4th Street, we come right there. Just to remind you, we will be on the block again on February 28th. And I want to remind you, on the 29th, the Labour Queen Show. 29th, the Labour Queen Show. We want all of you to come and support all 8 beautiful young ladies on the 29th. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard from all the candidates up here except one person. So help me to bring to the microphone our leader, our Prime Minister, the man from number 8. Put your hands together and help me welcome our Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Joe.
Dr. Joe ready, Labour ready, fit and ready. Dr. Joe ready,
Labour massive! Labour massive! It's good to be back with you. Comrades, we are outside again. And it's beautiful to see all of you once again. I miss you. I miss you bad, bad, bad. I miss the road. I miss the campaign. I miss the camaraderie. And that is why I say that from tonight, we shall not leave the streets again. We were elected to office because of you. Without you, it could not have been done. And that is why everything resides with you. You, the comrades of Labour, the citizens of St. Kitts-Nevis, I want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve you in this government. And I want to say to all of you that we will not let you down. It's only been 7 months, but look at what we have delivered in just that short time. People think we're in there for 7 years, but it's only 7 months, and we have delivered and delivered significantly, internationally, regionally, and right here, locally. Your Labour government, we know what we're doing. This A team is a strong team. And I want you to put your hands together for them. We told you that this was the best team to be elected, to lead this country back to #1. You have elected us. And this A team is already delivering to take you back to #1. And we get in there. That is why I say that Labour is strong. The strongest party by far in the Federation. The party that is united. The party that is together. It's long time they might try to break up Labour, but I tell them they can't do it. Labour too strong for them to break up.
One step ahead, up them boys head. One step ahead.
Labour too strong. The cabinet is functioning well. Why you think we're getting so much things done? Why you think the parliament is delivering so much? It's because you have a hard working cabinet and each member is carrying his or her weight. Put your hands together for your hard working cabinet here in St. Kitts-Nevis. That is what togetherness brings. Togetherness brings progress, advancement, and a road back to #1 right here in the Caribbean. You know how happy they be to see us back out in the Caribbean? Everywhere we go with it, they say, welcome back, St. Kitts-Nevis. Welcome back, St. Kitts-Nevis. We disappeared from the international scene. We disappeared from the regional scene. And right here locally, they were raking the treasury to benefit themselves and their families. I got to remind you tonight of where we come from. When we took over the development bank in shambles, tens of millions of dollars missing from the development bank. We gotta find the people money. I was working with my mouth shut. Brought in the forensic experts who examine the development bank. And when you see all that money missing, you can't believe. Many of the things that you suspected actually took place. We had to save a bank within the first month of being in office. That is what we made there. The National Bank, first time in its history, made a loss. First time in its history, could not pay a dividend. And they said they're running things good. And we had to go in there and stabilize the bank again. The National Bank was supposed to take over another bank, but because of bad investments, it couldn't do it. But tonight I want to say to those who have shares in the National Bank that you are secure. The bank is stable and strong once again. And we intend to pay dividend for the next coming year from that bank. That's what we had to do in the first month in office. Save the banks in this country. I want you to also know that we also had a deficit last year in 2022. A deficit means more money going out than we're coming in. More money going out than we're coming in. So when they're talking about surplus after surplus, they were lying to you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. We had to stabilize the economy. You think it was easy? You think it was easy in just a short few months to save banks and stabilize the economy of St. Kitts-Nevis? These are facts. And that is why you elected the A team, because only the A team could have saved St. Kitts-Nevis. I have to tell you what happened. The treasury was being raped. Money gone left, right, and center. Missing. Filling up people's pocket. And not delivering to you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. When we get in there, things rough. Rough. The CBI program that they abuse and misuse. We had to get in there and stabilize the CBI program very quickly and say to the world that St. Kitts-Nevis is a responsible country and we deserve to have a stable CBI program. Some of the things I will talk at a later time. And as time goes by, I will really reveal more and more for you, the people of this country. But these are facts that they can't deny. Banks in trouble, deficit, tens of millions missing. And we had to stabilize our country. Our tourism industry was fundamentally destroyed. When we got into office, the cruise liners were telling us they're not coming back to St. Kitts. That is why the Honorable Marsha Henderson had to be traveling so much. So when you see her traveling, it is because she's working on your behalf. Each time she travels, boats come. Because the boats, they tell us they did not want to come back to St. Kitts because during the pandemic, that past government treated them very badly and inhumanely. We said to them, the government has changed. Give us a chance. Fresh team, fresh ideas. We are compassionate people. The Honorable Marsha Henderson reported to us that while she's in meetings, people are crying. Tears. Could not believe how St. Kitts government would have treated them during the time of the pandemic. And she had to appeal to them and say, forgive St. Kitts-Nevis. The administration does not represent the best of our people. Please come back to our shores. That's how bad it was. That is what we met in there, that type of mess. And so we had to revive the tourism industry in short order. And that is why you saw that I and our team, we were elected on the 5th of August. I was sworn in on the 6th of August. And by the 7th of August, I sat with the team, the health team, and we lifted the restrictions on St. Kitts-Nevis. And we said to the world, that St. Kitts-Nevis was open for business. Outside again. And when we do it, you don't hear them irresponsible, COVID gonna come back, all kind of things. Well, me and a doctor, me know how the thing go. I will never expose my people to risk. That is why I tell them it was done on a scientific basis. They shut down the country so long that up to now we have not fully recovered with the tourism industry. Our country is the last in the OECS. Others saw increased growth, record growth, and St. Kitts-Nevis lagging behind because that team refused to remove the restrictions because they wanted to lock us down for the elections again. But you remember what I said to them? That under no circumstances will the Labour Party run any elections under any lockdown country. You did us that in 2020, and I said to them, that will not happen in 2022. And they got the message. They got the message because they wanted to use the restrictions to prevent us from knocking on doors and reaching our people, giving them an unfair advantage of winning the elections. But we made sure we stood up and they couldn't hold us down again. Couldn't stop us because they can't stop us. And that is why I want to thank you, because you stood up to them. You told them, no, that will not happen. And as a result of that, you elected us. We opened up the country and we were able to revive tourism, not back to where it could have been, but enough to get the economy going. And that is why we are saying we have work to do still. So when you see that is happening, that is not this team's responsibility or fault. That is because they could have opened up the country since April, May, and refused to do it because they wanted to use the restrictions to restrict us from campaigning and electioneering to get them out of office. That is why we met, dear comrades. That is why we had to work so hard to stabilize the banks, the economy, and to make sure that tourism got back on its feet. I want to say another thing tonight. Agriculture that you heard went to the dogs. As you heard during the pandemic when people asked for food, they said the boats are coming. Which means import all the food and abandon local agriculture. But we are saying the opposite. And you heard the minister tonight, the greenhouses are coming. He himself is a farmer because we are determined that by 2025, we want to be able to produce 25% of our food here in St. Kitts-Nevis. That is why the greenhouse cities are coming. That is why we are taking agriculture so seriously, comrades and citizens of St. Kitts-Nevis. We will not be left behind. We are determined to be what again? Number one again. Number one again. That is what we have been working on since we got here. Comrades, I want to also say, one of the things that we did significantly for you when we got in there was to pay you honorarium. I want to remind the people that many were denied an honorarium. Only a few of them got it. You remember the handful who got it? Wendy Phipps got $40-something thousand, I saw. $27,000, sorry. And never treated a patient with COVID yet, while the nurses at the hospital could not have gotten anything during that from the honorarium. Was that fair? Could not have been fair. And they denied getting money. Remember the same Wendy Phipps said she stepped out of cabinet when they were discussing how much money she would get. What is that? And yet nurses couldn't get anything. Police couldn't get anything. Military couldn't get anything. All those on the front line couldn't get anything. And that is why we decided that those who were the front line workers, who necessarily exposed themselves to the COVID during their work, that they will get a honorarium. And they got an honorarium mounting to about $5 to $6 million. They deserved it. We also decided that even though we had some challenges, that we will pay a double salary because people were coming out of COVID and people had things hard and difficult, and we were determined to help them to ease that. I have a little bit of chest school, bear with me. And we help them. We help you, the people. Double salary. And on top of that, we also gave you a dividend. They say, how is it you can pay 30,000 people a dividend in a short time? And you saw that we do it, correct? How many people did we help? Huh? How many people did we help during that time? Over 30,000 people got help. Never before in the Western Hemisphere did a country share its wealth directly with its people. Number one again. Put your hands together for your country. Who else could have done that except your loving, caring Labour government? Comrades, what else did we do for you when we got in office? Immediately we started to work on the electricity problem. The minister, Honorable Congress, Constituency number 3, we had to buy new generators almost immediately. Send a part of a generator to France to get fixed, costing us millions of dollars. And we still continue to subsidize the electricity. I want you to know, look on your bill carefully. Because we promise you $1,000 in rebate. You remember? But if we give you $1,000 in rebate and you have to pay your electricity bill, you will not be able to pay it, some of you. And so we continued to subsidize the electricity. And each of you are households, you have already surpassed the $1,000 that we promised you. Way past it. Some of you $2,000, $3,000, because it was post-COVID and we could not subject you to the high cost of energy because you would not be able to afford it. You'll be lighting candles and burning oil lamps, some of you. But we decided that our people must not live like that. And that is why we decided we must continue to subsidize the electricity here in St. Kitts-Nevis. That is what we did for you as soon as we got in. Look at the water situation. Cayon, my constituency. You all know what was happening in Cayon? Sometimes days pass and the people of Cayon don't have any water. People can't wash their clothes. You come home from work and you can't get a bath. Not even enough water to fill up a bucket so you could store after you come home. But there's hardly any place in St. Kitts now that goes without water for a whole day. You must get water in St. Kitts at least once a day. And when the Minister of Water done with it, we intend to restore your water consistently for 24 hours. But we're asking you to be responsible. Save water. Use as little as possible. Only what is needed you should use because it is a precious resource. For the last 7 years, that government did not invest in water here in St. Kitts-Nevis. You remember when Bede was supposed to drill the wells? Nothing done for 7 years. 2 months before the election, they tried to call back Bede. But by the time all the parts and the rig that Bede had, they are already rotten down. So today Bede now have to replace and replace and replace and replace until the rig gets back to function position so that we can start drilling again in the Cayon area. So I want to say to the people of Cayon, the drilling is coming, but it's a bit delayed because the rig was sitting down for almost 7 years. And now it has to be almost rebuilt so that it can continue to do the work that it was supposed to do. Let me get some water, comrades. All right.
I would like to let some people know, stronger than ever. All the fans up in Toronto, stronger than ever. All the fans in New York City, stronger than ever. Tell all the girls in Montreal for me, stronger than ever.
But we didn't stop there because we started to do new things. One of the first trips that I made after we were elected is that I went to Barbados. The senior minister, foreign minister, and myself, along with a team from the Ministry of Finance. And we went down to Barbados and we signed an MOU with the African Bank, the African Import-Export Bank, a legislation which we ratified just recently. And I want to thank the AG who is here tonight for his hard work to make sure that that became a reality. And today, we had a company associated with the African Bank here in St. Kitts-Nevis. We have another one coming next week here in St. Kitts-Nevis. Because of all the countries in the Caribbean, we are more advanced to benefit from the African Bank. That is because your government is working for you. I hear you. Comrades, I also want to point out that we have been doing a lot of work when it comes to healthcare. And I want to touch on healthcare tonight. Because I want to remind you of how bad they left the hospital. Don't ever forget that. All the machines they're complaining about is because they allow all those machines to run without maintenance. Machine that should have been put aside since 2019, still functioning up to today. We are replacing all the machines at the hospital that need replacing. Don't be fooled. For example, when we got in there, St. Kitts-Nevis was not doing any cataract surgery. Today I have people blind because they can't get the surgery. We quickly invested in the equipment. And today we have the equipment at the hospital. And in short order, within the next 2 weeks, we will start eye surgery again at the General Hospital. So those people who are blind, they will see again. People who have eye problem, they will get some of them resolved. That's because the caring government has invested millions in eye surgical equipment. Comrades, over by the chemotherapy, where the cancer patients are being treated, there's a special piece of equipment you're supposed to have there. The equipment faulty since 2019. And in 2023, we had to replace it. And every minute down Facebook, machine gone bad. Well, is you make it gone bad? We are now trying to replace them. They should have been replaced long time ago. Your responsible government is investing millions in the hospital just to get it up to scratch. So each time they complain, me just laugh. Me I laugh after them, because people not stupid. The other day, the machine for anesthesiology, that's when you go to theater and they give you the medication through a machine to kill the pain. One of them went down. Big song and dance, the machine gone down in the theater. But you know how old the machine them be? It's 2 brand new machine we had to order, and they're supposed to come in quick order. In the next week or so, we should have them here. Replacing those machines that should have been replaced, that they never replaced because they won't focus on you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. They will focus on their pockets. Let me remind you. I want to say to you also that the MRI machine is going to be here by the end of this year. Because they were insisting that you had to go over at the monkey farm to get an MRI. Right now, we are in the talks with the company and they are building the MRI machine to come to St. Kitts-Nevis so that you can have access. And I promise you that it will be at a reasonable cost. That's your caring government. Caring government. In Sandy Point, and Kenny mentioned it, you couldn't get doctors after a certain hour. But right now we have insisted that we need doctor services at the Poxon Hospital. So when the people from that area and surroundings go to the hospital, that a doctor most likely will be right there to treat them. In quick order, we have already employed many new doctors at the hospital to deliver service to you. And I want to announce tonight that we have 4 specialist doctors coming by Friday. And by the 20th, we have a surgeon coming to help us to rebrand and to upgrade our surgical services. Let me explain it to you how we're going to do it. We have a doctor coming in, and that doctor will be dealing mainly with ICU patients. We never had an ICU specialist in St. Kitts-Nevis yet. We have a doctor coming in who is an internist whose focus is emergency room medicine. Never have we had a doctor with such specialty yet. We have a doctor coming in on Friday whose specialty is to deal with the nerves. That doctor will deal with strokes and headaches and what you call seizures. He's going to be at the hospital and in the clinics. Never before have we had a specialist like that in St. Kitts. And we are also bringing a biomedical specialist to make sure our labs and equipment are up to date. We are making sure that you have that. Friday, 4 brand new specialists coming to St. Kitts to upgrade the services at JNF. You will benefit from that. You don't have to travel for that anymore. You'll get it right here in St. Kitts-Nevis. And in addition to that, on the 28th of April, we'll have a doctor from Harvard University who is coming to help us to upgrade our surgical services at the JNF hospital. All of that for you. That's your caring government. When I tell you we're going to have upgraded medical services here in St. Kitts-Nevis, I mean we must have it. When I tell you you're going to get specialist care, I mean you must have it. When I tell you we're going to have accredited hospital here in St. Kitts-Nevis, I mean you must have it. So each time they talk about healthcare, laugh after them because they left a mess there that we have to clean up. And that's not the end for healthcare. The next thing that we are going to do, we are going to build a brand new hospital. Ask Comrade Leon, Ambassador Leon, advisor to me when it comes to finances. Who has negotiated the money for us to the tune so far of $50 million to build that hospital. Thank you, Ambassador. And all of that is only 7 months. 7 months. Where I intend to break ground for that brand new hospital this year. And I don't went by a possible site. It's long term your island, you know. So that when you get in, you run fast. You're not going to time to waste. People going to ask, how did the A-team get a hospital so quick? Because we're planning long time. State of the art. Benefit you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. Smart hospital. Climate smart. Not only that, I want to announce tonight that the cable company has won a bid to give us all the fiber networking we need so that we can have good IT delivery at your hospitals, clinics, and so forth. So guess what's going to happen? I know some of you might go to the pharmacy and say, I come to buy the tablet, and they might ask you, what tablet that? You might say the small white one. Where we going done with that? Because if you went to a doctor at the hospital, when you go to the pharmacy is going to be able to punch it in and say, you know, the small white tablet was a tablet for your blood pressure. And this is the name of it. We are going to deliver that in quick order. Quick order. We are going to deliver that. And we have started the discussion about universal health care here in St. Kitts-Nevis. Power has already come. We have formed a committee now that we are going to use to start to steer us down that road. Because we intend to deliver universal health care so that when you go to the doctor, you don't have to have all the money. You will have your card, and he will have a machine, and you will put it in there, and you'll go swoosh. Your government working. You thought that was a joke when we were campaigning? It's serious, we're serious, and we will deliver. So comrades, we are on the path to delivering. But I understand that sometimes there's high expectations and you might have a reason to want something as immediately as you can. And we don't fault you. We're not upset as a result of that. But we are saying at the same time that if you look at us, you can see that we are working to put things in place to ensure that you benefit from your government. We have hired hundreds of people already in this short time. Giving people opportunities, men, women, child. When I say child, younger people getting opportunities. And also we are making sure that we have experience to match it as well. So that we have a diversification of the workforce so that everybody can participate because that is the best formula that we can have. We need experience with youth, but we have employed a lot of young people. In no other administration like this one that we have hired young people in the numbers in which we have hired them, in the positions in which we have hired them. Look at it. Look at it, you see that? We have given women opportunities in this government like no other government. We have made record in cabinet in terms of women representation. We have made record in parliament in terms of women representation. We have made records in terms of appointing women in positions that are at the higher levels. And I want to say to the men, you have not been excluded at all. If you see women going in position, it doesn't mean that you're excluded. Men and women have to work together in order to make the thing work good. One can't work good by themselves. The two must come together. The Bible talk about it. So we got to work together, all of us, to build this country. When it comes to our young people, I said to the young people that whether you're rich or poor, you must have access to education. That is why we made college free for our young people. That is why in the development bank, the loans are at 5%. And at only 5%, you are given a time, 15 years, and you are given 4 years and a third from which you can start to pay for that loan. And 15,000 credit or more. We promised 15,000, but we know you're going to get more than that. And some of you are going to save over the payment of the loan over $100,000. And that money you can invest in a home, in a vehicle, in a business. We said we will deliver for the students, and we have delivered. But we're not stopping there. We are now looking at how we can help students with their past loans to see if we can deliver for you by lowering the interest rate so that you can pay less. We are examining that at this present time. And I will deliver something for you. I will deliver something for you so that your payment can be less at this particular time. Let me drink some water. Comrades, you see how much we have done in that short space of time? The next thing we are going to do, and I've asked the Minister of Education to look into it, to make sure that every child in St. Kitts have access to preschool. We have to support the mothers with the little children so that they can get to preschool and get a proper education even from 3 years old. Because the studies have shown that when they get good preschool education, the chances of ending up in crime and gangs are less. And that is why we have to invest even when they are that young. And so your government will deliver. We will also make sure that we deliver for the mothers here in St. Kitts-Nevis. For those of you who have your young children and you need help to take them to a daycare, we drink some water.
Me no know about you, but me love
yes, thank you.
Me no know what them a talk about when them say think it's mine.
Comments. I went away and I caught a little bit of cold from the pollen that was in Washington. But I'm going to wrap it up now. But I wanted to say to you that when it came to us looking out for women at the level of taking care of the children, we will deliver for your kids. And every mother who has a child, we will ensure that we seek to help you with preschool assistance, with daycare assistance, so that you can get them into daycare and to preschool. So we will take care of the child from the time the child is born all the way up to university level. You will be guaranteed assistance from your caring government. That is what we wish to deliver to you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. All that we have delivered in less than a year. So as I wrap it up, let's go through a number of things we have delivered. We have delivered in utilities, electricity and water. We have delivered in finance, in making sure we deliver to you. We have delivered in healthcare. We have delivered in infrastructure. We have delivered in tourism. We have delivered in education. We have delivered in advanced care for our people here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Labour did that. We are delivering your hospital. We are delivering your school. And we are delivering to make sure that your houses come and produce jobs for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. Put your hands together for labor. In just a short time, we have delivered significantly for you, the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. And as I wrap up tonight, I want to ask you to come out for Labor Day. Labor Day, with your placard, demonstrating to the road and demonstrating to the world that St. Kitts-Nevis Labour Party has in just less than a year delivered for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. I'm asking you, and I'm asking you to come out in your numbers. Come out with your family and demonstrate to the world that you are part of an administration that is delivering for the people of St. Kitts-Nevis. And so I look forward to seeing you on Labor Day. And as we continue to celebrate, come out to all the public meetings. Join us as we celebrate with our young ladies at our Queen Show. I hear them say all kind of people gonna win. But even the people from number 2 is saying, who gonna win? Who gonna win? Who gonna win? We want to support all of them. So comrades, I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight. You love labor? You love labor? Thank you. God bless you. Good night.
Yeah.